Hey guys, it's Kathy here, and I'm back with a new project using the new Graphic 45 Voyage Beneath the Sea collection. When I saw the sneak peeks of these papers, I could not wait to work with these. The mermaids and the steampunk feel and the ocean theme is just awesome, and the vibrant colors of these papers just makes me happy. So this album is 7 by 9 inches, and it holds about 35 photos. I'm going to go over some of the supplies that I've used in this album first. So I used the 6x6 Patterns and Solids paper pad, the 8x8 paper pad, one of these, the decorative chipboard tags, and the pockets and tag sheet in this collection. And for dies in this album, I've used these new Sizzix Tim Holtz gearhead dies. And I've used a couple of different sizes throughout the album as embellishment. And then for the edge of the flaps, I've used the Spellbinders Card Creator A2 Curved Borders 1 dies. And I've used this simple curved border die on the flaps in this album. Then I've also used, underneath the swing arm closure, a Tailored Expression Simple Tabs die. There's 4 dies in this set, and I use them pretty frequently, so I've also used that die here. On the front cover, I've cut out my favorite image from this collection, and this framed mermaid image and the fish portion here overlaps the front cover. And then I've cut out various images from the papers. I don't know whether these are seaweed or coral or exactly what they are, but I've cut out all of these throughout the album. And then the large seaweed image here. I've got a few of those gear die cuts and a chipboard tag from the collection. And then I wanted to give this a bit of a treasure chest feel. So on this spine, I've used this leather stud trim with a darker ribbon underneath. And then I added this gold lace trim because I wanted a little bit of glitz and glam to this project. And then I've used a chipboard tag here on the spine and hung it with a ball chain and a ring fastener from the spine. On the back cover, kept it simple, and I used a tag from the Pockets and Tags sheet in the collection. And then I've cut a lot of border strips from these papers and added them as decorative embellishment throughout. So we will open this up and see what's inside. I've used a swing arm closure here on this album. And when we open this up, on the inside of this front flap, I've cut a seahorse image from the signature sheet in the collection. Got another gear die cut here. And then a lot of area here for a photo. On the spines, I've used border strips here, just decorative. And then on the inside of the front cover, another seahorse image, some border strips, a gear die cut, and then more space for a photo here. Then we'll open this down. On the inside of the front cover, got a flap feature here. I've cut out the diver helmet from one of the papers, and then a couple of the seaweed images, a couple of gear die cuts, and a starfish, more of the border strips. And on this flap, there's a magnet, and it opens up. And then swing tabs on this smaller flap, so room for a photo here, and then photos here and here. And then more of the images cut out in border strips. Then this is a tag from the Pockets and Tag sheet, and there's a magnet on the back. It's a swing tab here. These 2 flaps open to the side. I've got more cutout images here, room for more photos, and then 2 tags that pull out of a pocket. And then you could put photos on the back of these tags if you wanted, and then a large photo here. On this spine, I've got more border strips and some cutout fish from the papers. And then we have a box feature here. So on the outside of the flaps of the box feature, I've got a tag here from the Pockets and Tags, and more of the seaweed images cut out, a gear die cut, and a tag from the Pockets and Tag sheet. And then I've got a tag here tucked behind this pocket. This is a chipboard tag from the collection, and there's a magnet on this tag. This flap opens, room for a photo here, and more images, room for a photo here. There's a magnet on this flap, and then more images cut out, room for photos here and here. And then inside of the box feature is a mini album. So we're going to set these covers aside so we can take a closer look at this mini album. So this mini album is constructed from chipboard covers, and on the front cover I've cut out a mermaid image from the papers and a gear die cut. This is a tag from the pockets and tag sheet, and I've cut out several images from the papers here. This is an elastic cord closure, and I've used a Tim Holtz metal sprocket here. It's just decorative. We're going to slide this elastic cord off, and then we'll open this up. So on the top part of the mini album, we've got a pocket from the pockets and tag sheet that I've cut apart and kind of layered together, a couple of gear die cuts and cut out images. There's a tag that slides in this pocket, and this flap has a magnet, room here for a photo. This flap has a magnet and opens down, so you have room here and here. This large flap has a magnet and opens up. Room here on this part, and then a cutout seahorse image, and then a swing tab on this smaller flap, and it opens up. So room here and here. On the bottom part of the mini, on this side I've used a chipboard tag as a swing tab, and then a couple of the chipboard tags here for embellishment. This flap opens up. Room here for a photo and here, and then a swing tab here, and this flap opens down. So more room here and here, and more cutout images. Then we have another smaller box feature over here. I've used a tag from the pockets and tag sheet, and I've tucked a little tag here behind that. There's a flap here with a magnet that opens up, room here and here. And then inside, there's a mini album. So we're going to set this mini album aside. And I've cut out an image here from one of the papers and more of the seaweed images here and a gear die cut. On the back, I've got another image here. I'm going to open this up. On this side, I've used a pocket from the pockets and tag sheet and cut out a tag that slides inside. And then we have a pull-out here, tag from one of the papers, and then room for photos here. And on most of the images here, I've left it where you can slide a photo behind the image partially. And then on the back cover, you have room for a photo. On this side, a couple of tags here that slide out of the pockets. So we'll bring this back over and slide our mini album back in. Close this up. And then we will slide this back into the box feature. So the tutorial on this project includes both the PDF tutorial and a start to finish video tutorial. And there's approximately 6 hours of video. So the entire project to complete would probably take between 12 and 15 hours. And you have all kinds of options in here too if you just want to make the mini album or the mini album. The listing for that tutorial in my Etsy shop is in the remarks section of this video. And I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.